Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. I have Mark S.A. Smith, the Bija Company. Mark, I've got a question for you about this. Winning against price. It's a big point that a lot of people wrestle with. And how do you create value and keep your margin?
All right, great question. Keep in mind that the buyer's job is to get the best possible price that they can. It's their fiduciary duty. As the sales professional, our job is to get the maximum amount of margin. That's our fiduciary duty. Hence, we have the eternal battle of sales in selling price versus buying price. Most buyers have been through negotiating schools that have taught them how to demand a lower price, how to trick a salesperson into giving them a lower price, into manipulating the deal into providing a lower price. Yet in my experience, most sales professionals haven't had the counter training to that negotiating strategy. It's one of the reasons why I wrote one of my books, Guerrilla Negotiating with J. Conrad Levinson and Orville Ray Wilson, quite a while ago. It's the antidote. So the first thing you have to understand is that price becomes the critical aspect at 2 points in the deal. Number one is where there's no differentiation between you as far as the outcome your customer gets and your competition. If they can't tell the difference between your product and their product, it's going to be a price battle. So our job is to make sure it's never equal footing. We always deliver more value. We always deliver more than they expected, and we help them do what they hadn't thought about doing before. That's the first part of it. The second part is behaving in a way so that your price sticks. Now, there are some products where the price, a discount is expected as part of the conversation, and that happens in most commercial commodity situations when people are buying laptop computers or parts that you really can't tell the difference. And then there's other situations where discounting is never offered. A good example of that is, Michael, have you ever seen an Apple product on sale?
No.
Never.
Not a new one.
No. And if it is, you know it's going to be a knockoff. And the reality is there's this strategic selling approach where price is negotiated versus granted. And that's where you really need to operate your business if you want to get out of the price wars. Now, I go into that in a lot of depth in my latest book, MSP to BSP, How to Pivot to Profit from IT Disruption. But the key point is that you have to treat your products and services as if they are mission critical versus a commodity. You have to treat them as if there is no other competitor, and you have to build them up to the case that there is no other answer. And of course, in those cases, price just disappears. Now, we could talk about this for hours, but I think we've given our viewer enough to start chewing on.
I agree. Thanks for being a guest on today's show.
Always a delight to be here. Up-level your executive strategy skills at executivestrategysummit.com.
Great. You've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.